Hello, welcome to the Cannabis Investor Channel. My name is Jenna Sobocan, and our guest today is Raghu Kilambi, CEO of Clean Power Capital. Hey Raghu, how are you today?
Good, how are you, Jenna?
Good, I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Can you give me a quick pitch on the company? If you only had 30 seconds, how would you describe Clean Power Capital?
Clean Power Capital is focused on building out the needed hydrogen fueling infrastructure in the United States. And there's only under 100 stations currently in the United States, and thousands are needed. And Clean Power Capital, via its PowerTap subsidiary, is using a very unique technology that allows us to make hydrogen on site very inexpensively and sell it as the vehicles are hitting the market. And so we're hitting a huge addressable market, and we're very early in the game, and we have some very unique technology and incredible partners, including the Andretti Group that is partnering with us to launch at their stations and distribute our technology in existing gas stations across the United States.
Awesome, thanks for that. After being appointed as the new CEO of Clean Power Capital, what are some things we can expect to see happening in the next couple of months and years?
Great question, Jenna. By the time this airs, we'll probably have listed on the NEO market in Canada, which is a more institutional market from a shareholder perspective. We also just announced an application to list on NASDAQ. So from a shareholder perspective, that should hopefully, in the months to come, bring more liquidity. From a corporate perspective, I think you'll see us launching our stations in the second half of 2021, and with further announcement on location and partners in the United States. In addition, you'll see us also look at international partnerships. We have quite a large IP portfolio for the PowerTap technology for on-site hydrogen production. Currently, all we've announced is the United States, which is the largest market, but there are opportunities in other geographies, and including Canada. And then last but not least, we are looking at other hydrogen technologies to complement our blue hydrogen on-site technology that we currently own. We've already made an announcement of an investment into a company called Fusion One, which uses plastic to make hydrogen. So our hydrogen production portfolio of technologies will continue to grow so that we can address different geographies with the appropriate hydrogen solution.
Wow, awesome. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do in the near future. Is anyone else doing what you guys do?
We believe we have a very unique platform. There are other technologies like electrolysis that are on the market. The challenge with electrolysis, which is taking water and breaking it into hydrogen and oxygen, H2O, using lots of electricity, is that it only applies in certain markets because the electricity grid, especially in the United States, is not very green. It's mostly coal-based, and also electricity is very, very expensive. And so that's a solution for certain niche markets, but we feel for the USA, which is the largest market again, what we do, which is blue hydrogen. We use natural gas and renewable natural gas and an advanced carbon capture system. Provides the greenest or cleanest hydrogen at the lowest cost that's practical for the market right now. So there are other players that are doing green hydrogen and such, and we think it's interesting technology for certain geographies. But for the United States, we believe we have a very unique blue hydrogen solution because, again, we can make hydrogen on site at an individual station. Most all the other stations that are operational right now, there's only about 70 or so currently live in the United States versus 25,000 battery electric vehicle stations. So it's very early in the game right now. Those stations actually buy industrial hydrogen from chemical companies and ship them in tanker trucks. It's not very cost effective. It makes hydrogen too expensive, in our opinion, for the coming vehicle market. So again, our PowerTap patented solution for on-site production at an individual station is quite unique, and we don't necessarily see a lot of players in that market currently.
Yeah, that's interesting. It definitely sounds like you guys have figured out your way to make yourselves stand out. How does Biden's $2 trillion infrastructure plan play into the company's plans?
Well, his plans that are announced are still getting rolled out includes some capital for hydrogen technology and hydrogen infrastructure. We're on the hydrogen infrastructure side. Certainly, we hope and expect that the federal government and states will roll out more hydrogen incentives. And as an example, in the state of California, where we're based and where we're launching, they have very, very aggressive carbon credits for hydrogen infrastructure. We can actually get paid just to build a station and wait for the demand to come. And so the industry has a chicken and egg challenge right now. The car and truck makers are waiting for stations. The station entrepreneurs like us are waiting for the cars. California's come out with a very unique carbon credit that allows us to generate revenues just by having a station ready for the vehicles, whether we sell any hydrogen or not. We're hoping and expecting the Biden administration and other states to follow suit with the state of California and provide similar incentives for us to go out and build a national hydrogen fueling infrastructure.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be crazy to see how everything plays out. Can you walk us through the economics of these commercialized units as they get deployed?
Absolutely. A station platform will cost approximately $5 million for us to install per station. Again, we're going to put them at existing gas stations, and we've partnered with the Andretti Group. The revenue profile is actually quite significant without even selling any hydrogen. We can generate over $2 million per year for 15 years of carbon credit. And so we will share a minority portion of that with the station owner who's providing their land and location for us, that we get the significant amount of that revenue. And we estimate gross revenues from an individual station as the hydrogen market matures can be $3 to $4 million per station plus. So it's a very significant number. In addition, in terms of the $5 million capex per station, we have the unique ability to get very friendly green loans from the U.S. federal government and other groups that can cover about 70% of the capital. And so we believe we have a model in the long run where we can invest $1.5 million to say $2 million per station and generate gross revenues over 15 years of that amount or more per year. So it's a very unique and attractive business model that we're moving very aggressively on.
Yeah, that's cool. And it sounds like you do have a really great partnership with the people that you're working with. Would you say hydrogen-based is what comes after battery electric? If so, can you please explain a brief rundown of it?
So the advantages of hydrogen fuel over battery electric are a couple. One is that battery electric vehicles, one of the main weaknesses is the time to recharge the battery. And that can be an hour plus for a car. And if there were hydrogen trucks, and there are none, and there's none that we believe will come on the market, it could take 5 or 6 hours. A hydrogen car can be filled up in 5 minutes, or a hydrogen truck in about 15 or 20 minutes, like a diesel truck. The other main disadvantage of battery electric vehicles is the distance the vehicle can move between charges. It can be somewhere in the 300 to 350 mile range right now. They're trying to improve that, but that's approximate where cars like Tesla right now, that's the time that people have to go and recharge, the distance. And for a hydrogen vehicle, it could be 400 to 500 miles between fueling, which is much more significant. That impacts people who drive a lot. Think about Uber and Lyft drivers who are on the road. So it does have a real addressable market in the consumer market to an extent. But in the long-haul truck market, which we believe is the big market for vehicles, it's massive because time is money, and they're looking strictly at economics. And so we're not saying that hydrogen is going to displace battery electric vehicles. Our view is both play a role, and there's big markets for both.
Yeah, of course. It's just, I find it so amazing how technologies and sciences are constantly changing and evolving. And now it's like hydrogen-based are going to be the next big thing. How can investors get involved, and where can they find out more information?
We were publicly traded in Canada under the symbol MOVE. Look at 2 websites to get lots of information on our company. cleanpower.capital. And for our operating subsidiary, PowerTap, PowerTap Fuels, FUELS.com. Both of those websites provide lots of information on the corporate side of Clean Power Capital Corp, the industry of hydrogen, and our unique PowerTap fueling technology.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today. It was very nice talking with you here on the Cannabis Investor Channel.
Thank you very much, Jenna. Have a great day.